the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
Hell yeah. High
Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in the front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches in the
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. This is After Further Review, episode 253. I'm your co-host, Jalen Brown.
I am unfortunately your other co-host, Maven Dennis. What's going on, June?
June, we suddenly cannot hear you. Oh, there you go. You're back.
Other co-host, June Bucks,
And rolling fast and furious from the 253. It is the irreverent, the irreplaceable, the irresistible G-Money.
Every week, something new. And our first half special guest this week, we have the one and only David Wiley Long here joining us. David, thank you so much for taking the time out of your week to sit down and talk nonsense with us.
Yes. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. David is the founder of Real Love Tennis.
I am.
And it's a pleasure to finally have him on the show after the 5 years of doing this. So, Yes.
Couple Sundays.
Right. So, yes, David's going to be joining us for the first half of this week, and he is a Detroit Lions fan. So he's going to be joining us in our misery here in the first half. So welcome to this week's therapy session on the show. So Nestor will not be joining us. I just saw his message. I guess something with work or something. I don't know. Y'all know how Nestor is. So. One of the two, or both. Yeah. So we are going to take a cheers. We had a bottle of wine. Bridget is working on getting something to open it with, so you guys can go ahead and cheers first. All right. So.
Walking around the looking for someone to open up.
Facts.
So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump in with week one overreactions. Week one. This was a very, very wild week one. I mean, they always are, but this one was particularly very just all over the place with everything that's been going on. So I figured we would each go around and pick one game throughout week one to overreact to. David, you being our special guest, we will start with you first. What is your week one overreaction?
It's so many to choose from, but I would be remiss if I just didn't start with. We thought we had it. We were Super Bowling. We ordered the shirts, and now we're headed to the cereal bowl. So we are just really devastated in the 313. I know I am hugely overreacting, but from the defense, I mean, by the third sack, I started crying. And I don't even think it was the third quarter. So I just, I called the funeral director, and he said we were going to start the affair. So 16-1. That's all I got. 16-1. We're going to turn the corner. That's my overreaction, and just beware.
Got you. I guess I should ask this. Are you more concerned? Do you think it was just a Packers thing, or do you think this was what's forthcoming for
Respectfully, but Lambeau Field should not be open in September. It is literally December 1. It's a cold. It was very weird. It was all the things, but I think that was the problem We weren't the problem. It was the stadium's problem. And that's where I'm going to rest at. It was the stadium. September, Lambeau, everybody had tank tops. I think the cheese melted. It was nacho cheese. That's all I got. Yeah, just horrible. Horrible. But we good, 16-1.
Okay.
Hearing David's dismay there with funeral arrangements and just how sad he is after 1 week after going to NFC Championship, it makes me wonder how June is still standing. Going for 30 years from an NFC Championship game, I don't know how he can be so positive. Detroit's fans are already distraught after one visit, one loss.
That's all it takes.
Funeral is what we are. Yeah, is yeah.
Okay.
If they don't win by at least 50 points on Sunday, we are. Yeah, it's about to go down in the Motor City.
G Money, what is your overreaction?
You know, Indiana Jones, oh my God, did you see him? 7 possessions, 7 scoring drives. Do you know, are you aware that not a single Colts quarterback has done that since 1978?
Wow.
Not Peyton Manning, he didn't do it. He didn't do 7 consecutive drives that ended in scoring drives. Nope, didn't do it. Obviously, Indiana Jones did it. He's the real deal. And gonna change the name of Lucasfilm to
Danny Dimes-Field.
no. Danny Dimes, that's a freaking jersey name, bitch. No, the Temple of Doom, people. Indiana Jones.
I'm thinking mucus field because it was just trash on the field. But okay, interesting.
That's the overreaction because in reality we've all seen this. We saw this a couple years ago with the Giants when he had like 3 really good games, and they decided to not just pick up his 5th year, but sign him to an extension. And then he turned back into, I can't hit shit. I'm gonna run, and they had to replace him with a sandwich shop guy. So yeah, that's the overreaction, man. You know, Indianapolis, you don't have much to hang your hat on. Don't hang it on that.
Hey, how y'all doing?
June, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, June, go ahead. I'm so used to Nestor being here and then throwing everything off. Go ahead.
The overreaction I have is definitely for the Baltimore Ravens. People are, and since I live in the DMV, I live up here, and people are calling for Harbaugh to be fired. They are calling for Lamar to be replaced. They only want to keep, the running back. It's crazy up here right now up in the DMV. So let me tell you, yeah, it was a great comeback by the Buffalo Bills. They were at home. They had, but it's not indicative to the end of the season because that's where both of these teams are going to make their bones about them. And they still have that team in Kansas City that they both have to beat. So we need to not overreact to this game and that Josh Allen is the man because his team still did a lot of things bad in that game. Both teams did a lot of things bad in that game. Both defenses look like trash. I know both of these offenses are good. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But both of these offenses ain't 40 points good, okay? They're great offenses, but they're not going to sustain this. Both of these defensive coordinators, and with both of their head coaches being defensive coordinators, they both got problems on the defense, and they have to fix them because that team in Kansas City, is going to light your ass up. And it looks like the Chargers are going to do a bit of lighting up too. So they both have to watch themselves defensively. So people overreacted how great the Bills are, and they and then they saying how bad Baltimore is. No, that is 100% not true. But they both defenses have to get fixed, or we're going to be seeing them lose the games they shouldn't.
Okay.
Wow.
That was a good pick.
Nice.
Malin.
Like you guys, there's so many. And I took one that I was thinking about. June and I were talking about some of them. I love the Lions one. I gotta go with the NFL just drooling all over the knob of JJ McCarthy right now. And how great he's going to be as a Vikings quarterback because he beat the Bears week 1. I mean, by halftime, people were damn near anointing Williams as an MVP frontrunner because he started 12 for 12 in the game. And by the end of the game, everyone was like, Caleb Williams ain't shit. He's mediocre. Stop painting nails. But JJ, he's the man. He's the winner. Before we anoint somebody like you're a true franchise quarterback, maybe you can play more than one good quarter of football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the game, he was 13 to 20 for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have the interception, and he ran for 25 yards and a touchdown. Those are decent rookie stats. But going into the fourth quarter, he had only completed 5 passes for 48 yards. I'm sorry, 6 passes because one was a pick 6. In fact, I hope that the Bears were nice enough to give him back his football so he could have his first touchdown ball because it was a pick 6. I hope they were able to do that for him. I just think the hype train hit the brakes and went in reverse so quick between Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy. Like now, all of a sudden, JJ McCarthy's going to win 14 games. So I think we just need to pump the brakes. Let him ease into this a little bit. If you're such a great quarterback, why was Justin Jefferson not getting the ball until midway through the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
So there's, hey, I love the gamer in him. Okay, but we said the same thing about Tim Tebow. Okay, Tim Tebow, man, he was just a football player. He's a winner, and that's all they can ever say. Let's just pump the brakes a little bit. Let's have a little bit of self-control, and let this man play a few games and play more than one decent quarter of football, and beat someone besides the Bears.
Yeah, that it wasn't so much JJ McCarthy, but I was gonna go more so Caleb Williams in my week 1 overreaction and how this was really the 18th game of last year's season for the Bears because that's all I saw on Monday night. But I'll refrain from that one. My overreaction has to be Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers swapping teams and suddenly being the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't know how that happened, but they both suddenly, Justin Fields went back to Ohio State and Aaron Rodgers went back to the Packers, and all of a sudden they just lit each other up. And that was the best I've seen them both play in a long time. And I think it's funny how people are just glazing the Steelers now, and all this offense is so good when the Steelers have never been known to have a good offense. And then the Jets, people are a bit more cautious there. I think people are smarter than to jump that far. But it's interesting to see if that offense is working at 100%, that's what we'd get from them. But naive to think that, when you're playing somewhere that's not the New York Jets defense, that is what you're going to be getting every single week. So, yeah, my overreaction was that game was just the weirdest thing ever. But
when did you think it was weird? Like, did you see elements in the first half that was like, this doesn't seem right, or it was the fullness of the actual game?
When Justin Fields was actually throwing the ball accurately at all, I was like, something is up. Aaron Rodgers playing. Oh, come on through. Aaron Rodgers playing was like, okay, like I could kind of predict that him turning back the clock per se, but
when Aaron Rodgers threw that fourth touchdown,
yeah,
I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Stadium's gonna start selling Rodgers glizzy dogs, man. They're gonna be on that hype train big. Like the first three are like, okay, but when he hit four, like four is like kind of like that line of demarcation.
yeah.
Four and no interception. That's a great game, and that's a lot better than his start with the Jets, which was a 3 and out and torn Achilles. So the vast difference between his debuts at both teams were crazy. That fourth touchdown. Wow.
Yes, we are finally going to join you guys in a late cheers here because Bridget came through with
Yes, thank you,
the
man.
wine.
The crazy part about the Jets in Pittsburgh, neither one of them will score 30 points.
Oh, cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
I love it. Wine out of a red Solo cup. That is.
Classy.
David is moving.
Nashville.
It's Nashville.
Very bougie there.
You're in Nashville?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
we are.
About the most Nashville thing I've seen.
Like 2 miles from the Titans, the new Titan Stadium.
Hey, they got a home opener this weekend against
Oh, God.
who are they playing?
They're gonna lose respectfully, though. It's gonna be a tight 20-point blowout. It's gonna be really tight. They're gonna keep it under 3 scores. They promise.
I'll get more press conference.
They play the Rams.
At the Rams, thank you. Oh Lord, good luck.
Yeah.
Before we move off of week 1, is there anything else you wanted to mention, David, on the Lions, on that game specifically?
Well, we have some new offensive coordinator and a defense coordinator. Everyone knows this. And while we understood it and I respected it, I kind of looked at the offense more like, okay, that is a hole that needs to really just be strengthened a tad bit more. And I think I like John Morton way more because of his ability to adapt to golf. If Goff can keep those same stats as last year where he was number 1 in the NFL, I think we can make it to that next level. But it was truth-telling because the defense didn't step in. When you have both coming in at the same time while they're both trying to work in tandem, they need to come out very aggressive and very strong to really just change this course week 2. And if they don't,
I got Goff as my quarterback fantasy football. So if he could do a course correction and play better week 2, I'd appreciate that.
what does he need to do though? I think because those sacks were true. Obviously, that's defense, and I think we're going to. But some of the looks, some of the plays, even when St. Brown wasn't connecting, I don't know why Gibbs wasn't more engaged. I mean, he made it was 31 out of 30. It was respectable, and he had 1 TD. But what do you think he needs?
If you look at all of his throws, okay, he looked like Jared Goff in McVay's offense.
Okay.
He barely completed any passes 6 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
True story.
It was a lot of dink and dunk, a lot of screens. That Detroit offense was so great last year, and I know it was great because they had Gibbs and Goff, and they were going all over the place. Using the run to set up the play action and hitting people, even Laporta was getting good chunk yards.
Oh yeah, it was widespread.
The tight end, especially in the red zone. So they need to be able to set up the run game so that they can get back to some play action. Because if you just dink and dunk, you're gonna be 31 for 30.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up looking like my Seahawks with Geno Smith for the last 3 years and outside the playoffs. So you need to be able to push the ball down the field. That was the biggest difference I saw because I had that on red zone. Was that there was a lot of short, intermediate passes and screens. They need to push the ball down the field a little bit more.
For them to do that, offensive coordinator.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say for them to do that,
Oh, go ahead, June. Go ahead, and I'll go after you.
No. Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't know if this offensive coordinator is the key.
You
Ben
don't like
Johnson was such a
Morton.
powerful force. No,
Okay.
no, I don't think so. Ben Johnson was such a powerful figure there, and he had Ben Johnson's ear. I mean, he had Jared Goff's ear, and Jared Goff respected him, and you could tell by the way Jared Goff played the last few years. Morton, the system that he's trying to run, it seemed to be confusing. I watched the entire game. It seemed to be confusing Jared Goff. I don't even know if it was the Green Bay defense. I think it was the way the offense was being ran. And so I was kind of like, I see it more as the offensive coordinator not doing right by his quarterback rather than Green Bay's defense really being the catalyst for stopping them. That's just my opinion about it. That's just what I saw.
Okay.
So one of the issues I think that Detroit's going to have to overcome is the fact that you've got a new center and a new left guard. And the fact that you don't play your starters more than a couple of series in the preseason doesn't really give them enough game time to know what they're supposed to be doing. So I think when it comes out to, when you're an OC and you're calling plays, you take that into consideration. Are you going to get the time to hit the intermediate to long routes? And if you're not, if they're going to come up, and if you noticed in that game, they were coming up between the guard and the center when they were rushing. And if you're not going to give your quarterback enough time to hit those intermediate or deep routes, then you're going to dink and dunk. You're going to try and dink and dunk because you want him to get rid of the ball and you don't want him to get sacked. So until that line gets better, that's the offense you're going to have.
Okay. 16-1. That's all I got. That's my daily prayer.
I would love, let me tell you something. I would love to see Detroit go to a Super Bowl. I'd like to see every team go to a Super Bowl except for the fucking Eagles.
Wow.
But that's another story. But I would love to see. I would love to see. But I would just love to see it because I'm all about those teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl. I would love to see them go and win a Super Bowl. It's just so much more exciting.
Yeah.
When more teams are winning, the parity is what we need. That makes NFL great. I think that's the thing that the NBA and the NFL, that's their differences. The NBA likes to build dynasties where the NFL works on parity. So, and I think that's what I like to see. Even though I know Kansas City has been back to back to back to back, I still like to see that parity. I love to see those teams that haven't been gone before. So,
all right. That's as much Detroit Lions talk as you'll hear on this show for the rest of the year.
Wow.
So we're going to go ahead and switch gears to the news for the week. Let's hop in. I was really hoping Nestor was going to be here because this is a very Nestor story as a Dolphins fan. Tyreek Hill, his former wife, is accusing him of domestic violence. And as none of us are Dolphins fans, we will speak on this from an unbiased standpoint, of course. But yeah, I'm as of right now, I have not heard of him being suspended or anything, or like the NFL taking any kind of action against him. But curious to know what your guys' thoughts on another NFL star caught up in this kind of thing. Wide receiver drama seems to be always the case, but that's neither here nor there. G-Money, I'll start with you. What do you think on this?
Well, I mean, isn't this his fourth wife? He's got 4 wives, 8 kids, 10 kids. I mean, and I think this is his current wife. He can't help himself.
but this would be the first time that anything as far as domestic violence charges from anybody, any female that he's been with, has come up. So I don't know. I'm a wait and see type of guy. You know, if it happened, then he's going to get suspended, and that's how that's going to play out. And he'll get fined, and the Dolphins will try to trade him or cut him. Which at that point there won't be anybody to trade with, so they'll end up releasing him if it turns out to be correct. I would be a little surprised about the domestic violence because, like I said, it hasn't. You would have thought with his former wives, his baby mamas, someone would have said something about it because you get more money. So it just, now it shows up. Was she asking for more money? And he was like, no, that's basically, I'm only going to give you $200,000 a month to live on, and maybe $150,000 a month child support. And she was looking for a lot more than that. I don't know. But until it actually plays itself out, I'll just wait and see.
Smart man. David, I'm going to go to you next. Any thoughts on this?
I just hate when these type of situations arise. I mean, they're human, so I definitely give them that grace, but I also just know that the bigger the celebrity, the bigger the responsibility, because the more eyes you have on you. Just nothing more, nothing less, and just understanding, hey, these opportunities are just so precious. There's only so many members and everything. So I just hate when individuals squander their opportunity because it's so coveted. With that being said, I appreciate the wait and see, because you literally don't know. Everything now is under a microscope. You can't go anywhere without anyone filming you, so anything can be misconstrued. But I also know, hey, as you get older, you should do better. And definitely, I don't want him to risk all that greatness that he has over just a wrong argument going awry, because things, it's too crazy in the world right now to play on the field, enjoy your life, and just take a beat, because that right there is hopefully is not as bad as it sounds. And especially, like I said, the fourth wife. It's just like, at what point do you even take an ownership of who are you and why does this? You're the central figure within four different things. So the benefit of the doubt has dramatically decreased. So I'm hoping for the best, and that there's a peaceful solution, because no winners across the board.
Yeah.
All right.
June, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Tyreek. I've been a fan of Tyreek Hill. When the rumors were talking about the Cowboys last year trading for Tyreek Hill, I was like, okay. But for some reason, he's just, the whole police thing, a couple, was it last year? This stuff just keeps happening with this guy. And courts are going to look at that, and the teams are going to look at that. And he's going to start being labeled as a pariah. Ever since, I forget, the name slips my mind, the guy in Baltimore, that started, went with the big PR. Remember, he punched his wife
Ray Rice.
on the elevator.
Ray Rice.
Yeah, Ray Rice. And then you remember what happened to Zeke when he just pushed somebody and he got suspended for 6 games. So he has to understand everything now is getting bigger, and the more you in the news for negative, it's going to come back on you. Whether you did anything or not, this now follows you. When you Google Tyreek Hill now, what's it going to say? It's not going to say Super Bowl champion Tyreek Hill. It's going to say Tyreek Hill domestic violence. And Tyreek Hill needs to understand this, whether he did it or not. When you Google Tyreek Hill, that's what it's going to say. And so Tyreek Hill needs to really look at himself He needs to really look at himself and think, what do I need to do to be better? What can I do to be better? So this is
Well,
something Tyreek Hill's going to have to go through. So
I first off, I thought if Hill was going to get brought up on any charges, it was going to be theft of the money he's taking from the Miami Dolphins versus the play that he's putting on the field. 10 catches, 40 yards. Come on, man.
good
Theft.
Lord.
Uh, oh, so I read into this case, right? Now, they had dated for a few years. They were married for 17 months. The only thing that seems a little bit, because, you know, we're all, like, you can't pass blame like G Money said. You got to wait and see, right? I do feel like as an all-male cast, us playing the wait and see game is going to lose us every female watcher we have, besides maybe Bridget.
Mm.
But it's still what we need to do. You still need to wait and see. But Hill does have a history. Okay. Back in 2016, or when he was in college, he was arrested for hitting his pregnant girlfriend, and he pleaded guilty to the charges and got 3 years probation. So he pleaded guilty to a domestic violence case while in college, punching his girlfriend in the face. He also got in trouble when he was in Kansas City, when he got charged with battery of a juvenile. I don't remember what happened with that case, but there was another anger issue there. And then there was another girlfriend before that. He was accused of assaulting a man in South Florida. So he definitely has it in him to put hands on people. And the one thing I will say is that this woman is bringing dates and times and specific things that happened. So maybe she was keeping a journal of things. I don't know. It could all be made up. It'll have to come out in court. But it is kind of explicit, the things that she says happened and that he did. The crazy thing though, June, is you said that, hey, because of this now, no, like everyone's gonna, talk about Tyreek Hill being a domestic abuser. I'll tell you one thing. I didn't remember what happened in college. I remember it coming up. I remember reading about it at the moment, but I remember forgetting about it once he played great football. The only difference now is that he's on the back end of his career. He's not as productive, and he's got a lot of turmoil on the field. So you might be right. This might be something that defines him as a person, because his off the field is overshadowing his exploits on the field. So it's going to be a sticky situation. We got to wait and see what happens. Obviously, I do think that G Money is right though. Whenever you don't file charges in the moment, and then you're going through it later, there's got to be a motive behind it. And when I say there's a motive behind it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be negative. Like, if those things really did happen and she's wanting more money in the divorce, maybe that's a reason why she's wanting more money in divorce, because of things she endured. And maybe she didn't want to lose the lifestyle. Like, you could be afraid of losing your lifestyle, like all this stuff that can happen. It can cause someone not to come forward. We don't know all that stuff. But I just think it's interesting that, he does have a history of, putting his hands on people and being angry enough to do so. I mean, he was chucking his helmet around on the sideline, getting his ass whooped by the Colts. I'd be wondering if he laid hands on somebody after the game. Somebody check the tape. Look at the bars. Might have happened.
Oh
But I
my
know one
gosh.
thing for certain. I don't need a judge or jury for me to know one thing. This man has been stealing money from the Miami Dolphins, and the IRS needs to look into this shit. It's
Oh
bullshit.
God, dang it. This fool.
I will just. I don't have too much more to add here, but I definitely, wait and see. Let's more information is bound to come out, and we'll see what happens here. But yeah, he doesn't have a choir boys record here, so it's not like completely out of the blue entirely. But yeah, it is kind of like like June was saying, like if you start to Google his name now, because he is on the back nine of his career. If this would have happened 3 or 4 years ago now, while he was still a chief, I feel like, let's just say this is all true. Something like that could be very quickly forgotten about because of the results. I mean, go look at Ben Roethlisberger. Go look at God rest his soul, but look at Kobe Bryant. If you go down the line here, it's like winning erases a lot from people's memory. And in that case, now that he's already past that, and he was already, it wasn't like the Dolphins just won a Super Bowl last year. Like, obviously, that's not the case. Dolphins have not looked too hot since he's been there, essentially. So,
Right.
that could be like the last
I would
thing
say
in his
this-
memory.
The only thing that really murders his reputation is if there's video. There's video. Like we saw Ray Rice dragging his wife out an elevator, right?
Yeah.
We had all the stuff with Kobe. We forgave it all because he was great after, but we also didn't have the video evidence.
there's no
we had like
video,
settlement and stuff. When you have video, you're screwed. But I don't know what's going on. That wasn't the best. But yeah, if you're great, you can overcome it. But if the video, you're damned. Because as sports fans, like we will be like, well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the room, but the man's winning Super Bowls. Like, so it happens. But if there's video, you're fucked.
All right, let's move on to the last piece of news before we go to a break. And we don't all have to give a take on this one, but I do think it's worth mentioning that the 49ers, they made some moves. They quickly said, let's get some things going here. Jake Moody, gone. They said, get up out of here. Even though we caught a dub this week, you've got to go home. Sorry. And George Kittle now on IR. So thank God I did not take that man in fantasy this year. But,
you're real lucky that you took CMC.
Hey, he's looking better than George Kittle right now.
He's a good game. Okay, so the only thing I'll say about this is, one, I'm really pissed off that my Seahawks lost to them. We'll talk about this later. But no one even realized that Kittle was hurt for a while. Like, it was a few drives in. Like, even G Money looked, he said to people who were watching the game, he was like, hey, what's wrong with Kittle? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, they just showed him on the sideline. The Niners have the ball, and he's in a hat. Like, he doesn't even have his helmet. And I was like, oh, shit. And then 5 minutes later, they say he got a hamstring injury. The Moody thing is funny because Niner fans hate Moody. In fact, when Moody kicked that 59-yard field goal in preseason to beat the Raiders, Niner fans were actually pissed that Moody made that kick because they're like, fuck, he's actually going to make the opening day roster now, and we got to put up with this shit. Like, they were actually angry. And if there was somebody that was going to get death threats from sports fans, even though the Niners won, Moody was going to be that guy. I'm surprised they let him on the plane.
Yeah, he was.
But now you also got it in there, Jalen. Purdy with his shoulder injury. Where Shanahan is saying it's a long shot for him to play this week. And it's a good bet that he's going to miss multiple weeks, is what Shanahan said in his press conference today. You put in there also that Jennings has not practiced since Sunday. He only caught 2 balls. You're looking at an offense with Mac Jones and CMC, a banged-up Trent Williams, and a Pearsall that, you just hope he doesn't get shot, and you're really praying that Tariq Woolen is covering him every time he ever runs a route, because that, when Tariq Woolen is covering him, he gets 45-yard receptions. So I think the Niners are in a little bit of trouble. Like, I think they're the only 1-0 team that you look at them and you're like, well, fuck, man. Like, how'd you win but lose at the same time?
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to jump. I'll say just a couple of things about that. they had, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I think CMC had 30 touches in the game between running and passing. He can't sustain that for 17 games or for 16 more now. And a lot of people said that he was limping after the game because people don't know he is being shot up. He is being shot up with some type of narcotic before the game, just like that one dude that went to Green Bay. He's being shot up. So we are going to say they're going to have to watch that too, because with Purdy's shoulder, which he's had this shoulder injury since year one, he's had this shoulder injury. So if this thing is long sustaining, and then now you got Kittle gone for the next 6 weeks, now you have CMC is going to be their main workhorse. He's not going to last but a couple of more games at that production. This man cannot sustain 30 carries a game, 30 touches a game. This just can't happen. He just can't do it. He has arthritis in both knees, and he's got a bum ankle. You just can't do it as a running back.
Big Mac at quarterback.
I'm sorry.
You got Big Mac at quarterback.
Wow.
Mm.
That's real. That's real.
All right.
Yeah, hate to see it. Couldn't happen to a better team. Love it. I love it.
No, Seattle
Absolutely.
lost. San Francisco did not win it.
You say that, but I've got a lot of anger with my team right now. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a
There's
second.
plenty of
Okay. We are going to go to a break. David, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, brother.
If you are in the greater Nashville area and want to play tennis, reallovetennis.com is linked in the description below. Please check out the site. And, hey, Mid-10 Slam this weekend.
Yes, let's go. Saucy edition. Let's
Yes.
go.
It's going to be fun. So.
David, I would like to say, sir, that we don't always have guests on this show that can put together coherent thoughts and sometimes make me want to slam my MacBook over my own head. So I appreciate somebody with some actual intellect and being able to talk about things.
Yes.
I appreciate that. And I'm not a chat GBT, so hey, here we go.
Hey, well, a couple of years ago, we had some show saying that Vanilla Vic could be like the MVP of the league. So we've had some we've had some guests. So,
appreciate it.
We appreciate you, sir.
Yeah,
Good
so
luck this weekend.
We're going to go to a break, and we will see you all back here in 10 minutes. So sit tight.
Daniel's going to have a sophomore slump?
Yes, we are.
Because I don't.
We're going to think Daniel.
I do not think he's going to have a sophomore slump. In his rookie year, 69% completion percentage, damn near or over 3,500 yards, and he led the team in rushing with 891 yards.
So that tells you their rushing game
That's
sucks.
not as impressive as you think it is.
Horrible.
In 1,000 plus yards went to his number one receiver
If I
who's
read
holding
those
out.
numbers and those were Dak's numbers, you'd have to go to the bathroom.
No, because I know no. The Dallas Cowboys, if everybody's healthy, they have an offense that can play with anyone.
What week is Dak going to get hurt? Because that matters.
He's not.
It does matter a little bit.
He's not going to get hurt.
If he doesn't get hurt, I have him at 6 wins.
You have lost your fucking mind.
Ouch.
You have lost. You have lost your damn mind. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think so.
How much money do you want to put on that 6 wins?
First of all, the head coach is fighting for his job. He's not going to go to Jackson Dart until that's his only option. And that will be his only option by that time.
They're starting Week 9, I don't think they're having 7 wins.
No.
June has them probably at 2.
I got the Giants going 3-14. I have no faith in this team whatsoever. The first 4 games of the season, Washington, Dallas, the Chiefs, and Chargers. Those are 4 losses. They're starting the month off 0-4. They're going to beat the Saints, and then they go through a stretch where they play the Eagles, the Broncos, the Eagles, 49ers, Bears, Packers, Lions, season over. 3-14 for this team.
I have the Giants at 7 wins.
Damn.
Name them. Please name them.
Yeah.
Name
Oh,
them.
you want me to name? Well, okay. First of all, before I name the wins, I'm going to get into the why. I took quarterback stats of the last 2 years to figure out who my top 5 were going to be. Patrick Mahomes at number 5. You look at the stats. I got Goff number 4. I got Mayfield number 3. He's got more touchdown passes than any other quarterback.
Man, y'all laughing at mine.
And then I got Allen, then I got Lamar. Prove me wrong with Baker. He's had better stats than Patrick Mahomes year to year over the last 3 years. Look at Baker's stats versus Patrick Mahomes' stats at least the last 2 years. Tell me who played better quarterback. Well, I just got 2 miles of this damn stadium.
Can I get a Miller Lite, man?
Okay.
Okay.
I like your shirt.
It's like $18. Fuck. We're Road G. Seats 21, 22. And LSU. I apologize.
Oh, drinks.
You're good. You're good. I want to know what happened to Baltimore's defense. Bucks ain't this good.
Incomplete. 3rd and goal.
Technically, it's 101st.
Holding. Bring that shit back.
You're a wizard.
$1 more would have gotten you a highlight.
They conned us. They conned us into this.
That's some bullshit.
Excuse me, sorry.
Sorry, sir.
There's a lot of elderly Ravens fans right here.
Yes, the Baltimore Colts marching band back when they used to have a marching band.
A lot of popcorn. Well, there goes our points.
There goes our points. Why are you so mad, man?
Tyler Butler.
He's so angry. They're going to the exit.
Henry on the carry. Pulled down by Lavonte David. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
You lucked out with Brady. 3. Lash it on that.
You 4-3? Yeah, we 4-3, and we gonna win our division. Y'all will not. You're not even number one. Atlanta's way better than y'all. You crazy. Oh shit.
Atlanta's Giannis is better than the Joker right now?
Oh, maybe I think he was talking about like a few years back.
Oh no, not right now. Oh, in that time period, Giannis was a better player.
During the 3 years that the Joker won the MVP, Giannis was better.
And Giannis won a championship.
Jokic won one too.
He won one.
Giannis won
So
one.
did Giannis.
That's right. They both won one. So tell me why Joker won 3 and Giannis didn't win at all.
Because he's got better numbers.
He's a better basketball player than Giannis.
He also had better people around him too. He had better help. He had a deeper bench. He had everything around him. When he won a championship, that was Giannis. During that time period, Giannis was a better player.
They 4-13. It was their first 7 games. The Steelers, the Bills, the Bucks, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Broncos, the Panthers, and the Bengals. Not one of those teams.
They can't beat the Panthers.
They can't beat Miami.
They don't have a quarterback. Jets are not a good football team right now.
Tyreek Hill gets locked up. Not talking about the cops. I'm talking about the defense. Whenever he faces competent defense, especially later in the season, he gets locked up. You can't do anything. He's not that Tyreek Hill that we're expecting like explosive plays from him. Waddle fell off a cliff because you could argue because of Tua. Also, Jordan Poyer, former Bills, he said he wouldn't go above and beyond for any of those Dolphins players. There's a problem in that locker room. There's a problem with the organization. And honestly, we have a quarterback, although he wants to play, sometimes when he's actually there, it just doesn't seem like he's competent or he's really trying. Because that game against the Bills last season, please get that guy off. Because he how many interceptions did he throw before he got a concussion? He made horrible decisions. At the end of the day, it's just the Bills division, unfortunately.
Who are your top 5 running backs going into this 2025 season? I actually have Jonathan Taylor at number 5. At number 4, I've got Bijan Robinson. He actually had about 25 yards total less than Jonathan Taylor, but he has more touchdowns and less fumbles, so I got to put him ahead of Jonathan Taylor going into this coming year. At number 3, Jahmyr Gibbs. I still think Jahmyr Gibbs is underrated. The man didn't fumble the ball one time last season and still put up 16 touchdowns, so I got to put him at 3. Man is still slept on somehow. And then, of course, at 2 and 1, just the overall. Derrick Henry at 2, Saquon at number 1. But let us know who are your top 5 running backs in the comments below. We're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of your favorite show on the internet, AFR episode 253. Still no Nestor. We will confirm he is not coming on tonight. But shout out to David for holding it down in his place on the first half of the show. Let's have a cheers to the second half.
Either you got some wine. There you go.
Raise a glass to freeze.
Good solo cup trip.
Yes. And Malin, you'd be proud. We went to Old Red yesterday over here.
There you go.
I love Old Red. I love Old Red when I go to Nashville.
The only thing we really need to have for the second half is for Bridget to like come in camera instead of off camera right
this
now.
Vacant space.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just want to look at your phone like Nestor does, that'd be totally cool with us.
I need someone to do it. So
Yeah, wouldn't be much different.
Nestor got to run those sweatshops back in Columbia. Leave him alone.
Nestor's just always watching porn on his computer.
Yeah,
He's doing Tinder on his phone. Like, no, yeah, crazy Colombian, yes.
You got kids? Yes.
Double swipe.
We're doing this. This is what happens when you miss a show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just get absolutely shit on. That's why I've only missed
in the time that I've been on.
All right. Let's get to some community comments here. We're only going to do one video because you guys didn't fuck with the other one. So we're going to do the 3-word game, which is, I asked, use 3 words to describe your team after week 1. And you guys did come through for this. You guys were very vocal in how you felt after just one game. So, yeah, for my own team, just to preface, I used baby steps first because myself, along with a lot of other people, have us win a lot of games this year. I said, hold on. That, you know, it may take a little while for us to get to winning football form again, folks. We only won, 2 games last year? I mean, come on. Let's just hold on now. Slow down. So that was mine. But the folks at home, starting out with Manny. Shout out to Manny. She'll be on the show later this month. Pack is back in all caps, of course.
Oh, God.
I'm rolling my fucking eyes.
Here we go.
Sin City Lock says, Eagles fan, Hawk to a Dak. Stupid.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means either Dak is spitting on something or someone's spitting on Dak. That's what that means.
That's a Jalen Carter reference.
Oh.
Jake will snake.
Oh.
Koo gotta go. Young Koo. Deborah Gore. Shout out to Deborah. Let's go Buffalo. Jason Smith, way too close. He didn't put the name of his team.
Can we go back to Deborah Gore again real quick?
Yeah, please do.
Like, that sound, I know that we had a Democratic vice president, but the name Deborah Gore from Buffalo sounds like the most conservative person that has probably ever commented.
Deborah has a photo here that I don't know if this is actually her, but let's just say you're probably right with your assumption.
Deborah Gore be drinking Michelob Light or Busch Light. Yeah, they're breaking tables. Shout out, Deborah.
God bless you.
We
Deborah.
love people in sports.
Jason Smith says way too close. He didn't put a team name. Sydney also didn't put a team.
You sound like an
name
Eagles fan
here. Says Super Bowl bound. You're probably a Packers fan or an Eagles fan.
Probably.
I can't tell from your.
What's up with these people not putting their team names in there?
Bridget, what team do you think this woman? Never mind. Probably Eagles. Tanner Dickinson.
She's already talking in the episode.
Tanner Dickerson says Rodgers ain't washed. We know what team he's rooting for.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Susie says long season incoming. Didn't put it. Susie. Okay.
Put instructions in.
Yeah. Gino says Moody got released.
There you go. And there you go.
Hey, Gino, you my guy. Gino, you my guy.
That guy probably acting like he 2-0 right now. He's like, we won the game and we got rid of the kicker. We're playing an 18 game.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Gino.
Oh my God. Rye Guy FM Buffalo, go Bills Mafia. Jarian says Raider fan, just win, baby. Jarian, shut up. Mama D GFC says just one, baby. What the hell? Why are y'all all coming to these comments at the same time? Kimberly says we are building Saints fan.
Hey, not. It's like y'all building levees that failed.
Yeah. No. What was those? Hey, what was those things called? G Money, Lincoln Logs. They build it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Y'all ain't building shit.
They bring a ticker to us. They build a ticker.
Somebody wrote a country song about the levee being dry, but not in New Orleans. Them levees broke down, bitch. Y'all ain't got shit.
Y'all better stop.
20 years later. All right. Chensil says, let's go Bills. Wit is says, we are coming. Go Bills. We didn't know that. Jaden
We know
says,
that. That's why I said overreaction. That's why I had in my overreaction right there.
Every dynasty falls. And a crying emoji. I don't know. He didn't say his team.
Oh,
That's
they
Kansas
talked
City.
about-
That's Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Kansas
somebody's
City.
hurt.
That's Kansas City. I
Somebody's
almost
hurt.
did different day overreaction because, good Lord, you should see their message board. Holy Jesus.
Well, when Taylor Swift is your idol, what do you expect? Kevin Moore, not too bad. Broncos. Kevin, that's a very sensible take.
That's a sensible. Kevin, I give you that. Thank you,
Right.
Kevin.
Which one is it? This is from Diana Pickney Davis. Most historical win.
What was this?
That's got to be Buff. They the Bills. That's Bills.
Yeah, you would
fans.
think
They don't
so,
have,
huh?
They don't have no other history. They don't have no other history.
Well, they got a history of losing 4 straight Super Bowls.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
They got they
That's
got a history of
something
their
no
running
one's
back killing
done.
his wife.
They got a history of a
running back killing his wife.
2,000-yard runner killing his wife.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. If it don't affect, you must have quit.
Amen. Seamus Cummingham says, "We were lucky." Don't know what
That
team
could be a
that
lot.
is either.
49ers fan? 49ers fans? Or Eagles fans? Could be Eagles fans too.
I don't think he's an Eagles fan, unfortunately.
Hey, you want to hear my 3 words, Jalen?
Go ahead.
Constipated dog shit. Want to know why it's constipated? Because if it was runny dog shit, you might imply that we had a running game, which we didn't, which could be it's promised us, and it didn't fucking happen. So, fine.
That's terrible.
When I say
Yeah, y'all was good
constipated,
to
I
y'all
mean
football.
all the little pebble shit. That's what it is.
Y'all was good till y'all fumbled. Y'all was good to the fumble.
There's only a few more comments here.
It was good before the kickoff.
Browns get a kicker. Deandra says, "Go fucking birds." K-Bay says, "Don't spit, Jalen." Skylar Crouch says, "Beat down Pats." Okay. Andy
What
says,
the hell?
"Victory."
Bears fan.
Defense disappointment. Go Bills. And then last but not least, keep.
Did he say
pound
defense
Panthers.
disappointment? Go Bills.
Yes.
Typical for a Buffalo fan to use 4 words. That's fine.
Yeah.
Last was keep pound Panthers.
Jesus.
And that sounds like some
It's
prison
keep.
talk.
My God, you can't even get it right. It's keep pounding.
Yeah.
That sounds like some,
Oh my God, it's
prison
keep
talk.
pounding. They can't even get it right. Poor Panthers.
I mean, they didn't even do anything. They got pounded.
They got pounded, unfortunately.
My
they
dad's a
played-
Panthers fan. I feel bad for him so bad.
Trevor
Poor guy.
Lawrence made them his bitch, and that don't happen much.
And I said
Wow.
the Panthers were going to win, and I'm surprised Malin didn't bring that up because me and Malin had a whole discussion when I said that the Panthers was going to beat the Jaguars, and he didn't bring it up. So
I'm trying to be nice.
I know. No, you're not.
No, I drank too much about the conversation. That's what happened.
So my 3 words, are, how about them Cowboys?
Oh,
That's 4.
Yeah, it is.
Shit.
June, you're a typical.
I mean, the ability to count, trying to make how about one word.
Made fun of the other people too.
Our production crew back here is looking into it, and they're also counting 4. So,
I did say 4. Because
But-
we're Cowboys fans, we do that.
No,
We go against the
because-
grain, damn it.
No, Cowboys fans would be like, "How about is one word?" Is what Cowboys fans would. That's
We
what
do.
they would say. How about is one word in Texas?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So,
well,
that's what they would say.
No,
G-Money-
no. The 3 words I have though is drops, drops, drops.
CD Lamb.
Yeah.
CD Lamb,
Yeah.
baby.
Or it could be CD Lamb. Or the three words could be CD Lamb.
Well, those are 2 words though, because CD is his first name in 1 word. So it could be CD Lamb Drops. CD Lamb Drops.
The craziest
I
thing
mean-
about that,
That's it.
June, was the moment you put that in the Discord.
Yep.
Oh my
that
God, I
he's
forgot about
playing better than, or something about. Oh, he's playing pretty good
He
for
was
a
at-
5 wide receiver.
Yeah, it was like not for a yeah.
The man went
wasn't he?
Rub butter on his gloves and said, "Hold my beer, June." Like that was wild.
But did you see how good he was playing though?
He was playing good.
I did. Until he
He was
wasn't.
playing good. Up until
Yeah.
you said something.
Still he would. It's so funny. I listened to because
Said it. I'm not sure he caught a pass after you said that. I think he dropped.
Probably
the
they
ball.
did.
He was
And
playing.
so it was so
hot
funny
potatoes on
because
defense, trying to give them interceptions in the
the
fourth
next
quarter.
day I listened to Philly radio, and you would have thought they lost the damn game. You gotta listen to that Philly fans radio.
Philly fans
Holy
expect to blow everybody
God!
out because Philly fans still believe they won the Super Bowl 40-6.
Yeah,
So they're
according to
already rain.
Right.
And so
Philly
they
can't
think they should blow everybody out. And if they don't blow them
Yeah.
out, then their team is garbage.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll get to the Eagles in the ride or die. G Money, what's your 3 words, sir?
Where is the fullback?
G Money.
Oh. God damn it. That
Full-
was full.
We can't.
Fullback
break the rules
is
on our show,
actually
guys.
fullback is
Where is
Where?
the fullback?
oh
Yeah, we
You
got-
can't even
And
see
you know-
me on the screen.
and you
know.
and you know the sad
Well,
thing
it's just
about
like the
all that
12th
is
man. It's just like the 12th man. It's the fourth word.
is that I haven't been drinking, not a single drink, no alcohol tonight at all, none.
Oh
So-
my God.
and I still screwed that up. But
Gary, the greatest part about this show is the fact that when I said that, you said, "Oh."
I'm so fucking done. I'm so fucking done.
That's my favorite moment. Oh. Because G Money is hardly ever wrong on shit he says. But yeah, you know what?
That
No,
is true.
you know, Money, you're right. The fullback, where the fuck was he? We heard about it all off season. We saw it in preseason. Where the fuck was he?
Was he even
No.
activated? He wasn't activated, was he?
yeah,
He didn't
he was
activate
out
him.
on the no. They actually used him for
Oh.
like maybe 5-6 plays out of the eye.
Boy.
But they didn't. I mean, they weren't using him. I mean, I wasn't expecting him to run so much as I was expecting him for the tailback to be behind him and cutting behind him and that type of thing. And they weren't running out of the eye that much. In fact, the offense reminded me a lot of last year's offense when you're playing out of the shotgun, which is not Darnold's strength. I'm like, what the hell? What are we doing? And we did run the ball. I mean, we ran the ball more than we threw the ball, but we just didn't really do anything.
And
I mean,
the running back never followed the fullback. It's like
only
decoy.
Misdirection.
Run.
Correction.
Charbonnet did. Charbonnet did.
Charbonnet
He
should get
did. He
started.
did.
Because Ken Walker can kiss my ass.
Yeah, he decided that.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
He can kiss my ass.
He'll be back.
No, Charbonnet is gonna even Mike McDonald alluded to that Charbonnet is gonna get more touches. I think Charbonnet fits what Kubiak wants to do running football more than Ken Walker. Ken Walker was completely ineffective, where Charbonnet was more effective. Like you could ask G Money, we're watching the game, and I have Ken Walker starting, Charbonnet on my bench, and in the third quarter, I'm telling Gary for the whole second half, they need to bench Walker and just play Charbonnet. Fantasy be damned, like Ken Walker he's not getting shit. So
All right. Let's get into the last segment of the week. my favorite segment, of course. This is where some of us win you guys money, and others on the show lose you guys money. It's in the majority of us, including
rough
myself.
week.
Yes, it's week 1, folks. You can bear with us, but hey, we're in week 2. We're turning.
Week
things
1 was
around.
wild.
Yeah, what do you
Week 1
guys
was-
want us to do? You think we're
It's
gonna
like
come on here?
It wasn't our fault.
Week 4 preseason.
Come on,
All right.
exactly. Yes, what we're gonna do. Let me give you our records from last week. Let me do that. So I am gonna be keeping an ongoing just this season track of all of our records. I started doing this last season and I didn't follow through with it, but this season I will be doing that. So yes, NFL and NBA. This will be an ongoing thing throughout this year and next year. So Malin was 3-2 this past week. He was leading the charge. I was 2-3. G Money and June were both 1-4. And the real reason Nestor wasn't on here today, he was 0-5. So that is where we stand. He took a nice tank. So, with that being said, we're gonna start off with our 5 picks, and then we'll get to the lock at the end. So, let's start off with the Thursday night game. Tomorrow night, 8:15, we have the Washington Commanders going to Green Bay, where Green Bay are 3-point favorites at home. So, G Money, we will start with you.
I'm going Green Bay -3. I like their defense. I do think their offense. I think Mason's going to be their starting running back. Unfortunately for my fantasy team, but I think they'll rotate Mason and I just when you look at it, Mason's younger. He had a better per average carry last week, and when I look at Washington, still not sold on their defense. I like that new kid they've got at running back. And Jaden Daniels still looks good. But you're playing in Green Bay. And I'll take Green Bay -3.
Okay. June.
Yeah, give me Green Bay -3. I just like them at home. I think they're just going to be the better team at home. In the simple fact that Micah is going to know Dan Quinn's system. Because they are running Dan Quinn's system. So they're going to be picking his brain, for the offense. So give me, definitely give me Green Bay -3.
I like the little insight.
Or I should say he who should not be named.
Okay. I like the little insider knowledge there. Nice tip there.
I
Mainly.
love how he says he who should not be named while he's wearing his fucking.
Somebody asked you.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
All right, so a few things to think about. 63% of the money in Vegas is going on Green Bay right now, and this is based off of MGM, not Caesar. So when I say Vegas, just know I'm talking about MGM when I come up with these numbers. Washington in their last 10, 8-2 against the spread. Green Bay 6-4. You can kind of chalk a lot of that up to last year. We don't really know what these teams are yet. What I really found interesting was that both games were somewhat kind of the same. Washington won 21-6, and the Giants were ineffective. Like the Commanders had a good defense against the Giants, and Green Bay won 27-13. They really shut down that Detroit offense for the most part. What it really comes down to for me is the running game and what's going to happen in the running game, because Daniels, everyone talks about how Daniels had a great game. He was 19-30, 233 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Goff was 31 of 39, 225, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. but it was a lot of dink and dunk like we talked about earlier. What it's really going to come down to is the running game. So Washington last week, okay, they ran for a total of 220 yards and 6.9 yards a carry last week against the Giants. Okay. The Lions only ran for 46 yards off of 22 carries. I do believe in Green Bay's defense to slow up that Washington run game. Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt, the rookie, good on him. Had a good first week, but I think that Green Bay defense is a lot better than that Giant defense. So go ahead and give me Green Bay at the -3. Telling y'all, I didn't do research last year. I shot from the hip a lot. I'm back to being padding stats with really shit. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm dialed in because I got my ass whooped and lost a lot of money last year. I ain't doing that this year.
So did we all. I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. Listen, y'all know I love Jaden Daniels. I want to come on here and take Washington in the points, but I will leave that to shout out to Sarah Shade when she can finally come on this show and hold down the Washington Commanders. I am not doing that. I'm sorry. I have absolutely no skin in that game. But give me the Packers to cover 3 points. So, yes. And Nestor's dodging this show because he's thinking, if I don't come on here, I can't lose or win.
What bitch?
Yeah. He's going 0-5 again. Bullshit. He's going 0-5 again. Bullshit.
He didn't even send you picks.
No, he didn't.
Bullshit. He's going 0-5.
Okay, if he does not send you picks before Thursday, he's 0-1 on Thursday, and if he doesn't send you picks on Sunday games, he's 0-4 on all those. You don't get to skate by and not no.
I think that we should just give him 0-0 this week. I think.
No, we don't. He's got to get picks, man.
I'll ask him, but
no, because we're doing this for the whole year. We all have to give picks throughout the year. Like you're keeping a 2025 record. Can't just skate by without participating one.
Bridget's also echoing your thoughts, I think.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So if he does not give a pick before tomorrow's game, he's 0-1 on that one. And if he doesn't give picks on Sunday's games, he's 0-4 on those.
Okay. Well, Nestor, you heard it here first. To be honest, I don't care either way. It's your own damn fault. All right. Let's go to the next game, which we have. What are you holding up, June? Is somebody holding? Are you safe, June?
Yeah, I put up every few seconds I put up an Eagle fan sucks a sign.
Oh, wait, can we see your sign there? And one more time.
You can't see because my light over here. Hold on a second. There it is.
I can see it now.
I just want to reinforce that.
I thought maybe you woke up
single time.
right. You were asking us about 911.
Yeah.
Got to write it in Sharpie, June.
Next week.
I don't have
poster board too. All right. Next game Sunday at 1:00. We have Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Hey, both teams going off a win. Cincinnati is 3-point favorites at home. June, we'll start with you. If you want to write it down, you can, but you don't have to. What's your take here?
I'm going against the grain because I know what everybody else is picking. I'm taking Jacksonville. Cincinnati does not look good. I know that was just week one. It's probably my overreaction. But for them not to score a lot of points against Cleveland, and I know Cleveland has a decent defense, they are not world beaters, ladies and gentlemen. But the simple fact of the matter is that you can barely beat Cleveland, and they got a quarterback who's been sitting at home helping his daughter build volcanoes for class. And then they got 3 other quarterbacks, one of which can't stop getting massages, and the other 2 can't stop taking selfies. Come on, dog. You kidding me? Jacksonville heard the noise that everybody said about them. They heard the noise. They watched the Texans lose last week, and they're watching the Texans have another tough game. Jacksonville maybe on that comeback. Give me Jacksonville.
I'm sorry. I'm curious. Who's building volcanoes? Who was that?
I think he was thinking
Flacco.
Joe Flacco was building volcanoes.
Oh.
Yeah. He was helping his daughter build volcanoes for her science class.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going way deep on the intel. He's throwing grade school volcanoes into his ride or die in 5. I think we're reaching a little bit. Going deep.
Go ahead, Malin.
June, I love you, man. I honestly couldn't disagree with you more, though. Mainly because the Jaguars played the Panthers last week, which we all have the Panthers as bottom feeders, right?
Well,
can anyone name one starter on the Panthers defense? I can't. If you can, you know more than me. Stop it, G Money. Don't do it. So first of all, 63% of the money coming out of MGM is on Cincy. Now, Lawrence, against Carolina's defense, everyone wants to shit on Cincinnati's defense. Okay. But Lawrence was only 19-31 for 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. What really won them the game against the Panthers was the running by Etienne. He had a master day, 16 carries, 143 yards, 8.9 yards per carry. That's what was moving the needle for Jacksonville during that game. Heisman boy didn't have it, only 3 catches for 33 yards. I don't know what he did on defense. He cut his hair. It looks like a fucking Ninja Turtle. It's really creepy. His wife's going to divorce him faster now. But the Bengals defense was actually pretty solid against the run. They gave up a lot of yards over the air to Flacco. Okay, so that means that Lawrence is going to have to win the game. Sunshine going to have to win the game. The Bengals defense, 24 carries, 49 yards, 2 yards per carry is what the Bengals defense gave up last week against the Browns. I don't think Jacksonville is going to be that bad against the run, but I don't think they're going to be otherworldly. I think the Jacksonville success goes through the run game, and I think the Browns got a hell of a defensive line against the pass and the rush. And also, guys, it's hard for me to believe that Burrow is going to repeat a performance of 14-23 for 114 yards and 1 touchdown. I think that Burrow will be better. I trust the Bengals' run defense. I think they're better than the Panthers. I'm gonna go ahead and take Cincy -3.5 on this one. I don't trust what we saw from Jacksonville, mainly because we saw it through the Carolina Panthers. Go ahead, Jim Money. Tell me how I'm wrong. I already see the smirk.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think the Cincinnati defense is as good as we thought it was against Cleveland, but we know the Cincinnati offense is going to be a lot better because Cleveland defense is good. It's really good. People kind of forget about that. And Cleveland always plays Cincinnati close. So you look at the game, you go, yeah, they had a 40-year-old quarterback. Yes, so that doesn't make any difference. I think I am definitely giving up those 3 points. I am taking Cincinnati. I just don't think Jacksonville going on the road is going to be able to keep up with Cincinnati. I believe Joe Burrows is going to have a Joe Burrows day. Jamar Chase is probably going to catch 7 balls for 150 55 yards and 2 touchdowns. So whoever has him on his fantasy team, they're going to be happy. And I don't think that Jacksonville's going to run like it did. And I sure as hell know they're not going to be able to pass. So give me Cincy -3.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys on the Bengals to cover. If the Jags had beaten almost anybody else, I would give them a little more faith. But I wasn't all too impressed with their win against Carolina. So the fact that Cincinnati is at home, I'm gonna go ahead and say that they should be able to win by 3 here. So yeah, so June, you're on an island on that one. All right. Malin, we will start with you on this next one. Also at 1 o'clock this Sunday, we've got the Seahawks visiting Pittsburgh. Steelers are 3-point favorites. Go ahead, Malin.
I hate you for this, Jalen. If I could hit you over the head with a red cup, would. So Seattle at Pittsburgh -3. 74% of the money out of MGM is going at Pittsburgh right now. I'm going to throw out the against the spread on the last 10 times these teams have played, mainly because they got completely different offenses. I mean, Seattle replaced Geno Smith with Sam Darnold. We got rid of DK Metcalf. We got rid of Tyler Lockett. We got Smith and Jigma, Cooper Kupp. The Steelers, we got Aaron Rodgers. They don't got Fields and Wilson. They got rid of Pickens. They picked up Metcalf. They don't have, Najee Harris anymore. Like, the teams are just too different to really, take against the spread into consideration. What I'm really looking at here is things. There's 2 things that are going to decide this game. One, Aaron Rodgers' ability to throw the ball against my Seahawks defense, and the Seahawks' ability to run against the Pittsburgh defense. Now, Purdy threw for 277 yards off of 26-35 with 2 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, but he did it with no Kittle after the first drive. Jennings only had 2 catches. You didn't have Brandon Ayuk. You damn sure didn't have Deebo Samuel because he's on a different team. It was like Christian McCaffrey and Purcell. I don't even know how to fucking say his name. The guy that got shot. It was CMC and the guy that got shot. That was the whole offense. And Purdy went off on our defense. And we could not stop him. At one point in the game, I heard the announcer say that Purdy was 12 of 14. Whew. And that is indicative of Seattle's offense, man, or defense. They just let quarterbacks rack up fucking catches. It pisses me off the way they do that. So then when I look at the fact that Rodgers was 22 of 30 for 244 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Jets defense, is there anything that Seattle's pass defense showed me that Rodgers isn't going to be able to put up similar numbers? They didn't show me anything that he's not going to be able to put up similar numbers. And then you look at the fact that maybe Seattle might be able to run the ball. Well, New York did carry the ball 39 times for 182 yards, 4.7 yards a carry, and 3 touchdowns. But is Seattle going to be able to do that? Are they going to use the fullback like they did in preseason? We didn't see that against the Niners. The only time that Seattle ran the ball effectively was when Fred Warner was out for 3/4 of a series when Seahawks scored a touchdown drive. I don't trust our running game because I think Kubiak is abandoning it too early, or he's not the plays that he was during the preseason. So all of that said, I think our opportunity to win the game is going to be in the running game, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to run the ball. And I don't trust my pass defense right now because we let Purdy carve us up with nobody. And Aaron Rodgers is having a field day against the Jets. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Pittsburgh -3. I hope I'm wrong. It pisses me off. But I'm taking Pittsburgh on this. It's ugly, ugly. I don't like where I'm at right now, as a Seahawks fan, Jalen. And you're an asshole for making me pick it after losing the game to the Niners.
Well, I could not come up with a conclusion for this one. So, before coming on the show, I had my other half come up with a conclusion for this pick. So, she picked the Seahawks to cover the 3 points. So,
God bless you, Bridget. Come on, B. Come on, B.
Didn't say when. She didn't say when.
She did not say when.
She never said when.
But
she said cover.
She just said to cover. So
there's a difference. There's a difference.
All right, B, you're back on my list because you didn't come on the show. I know she's off camera right now. Now she's on my list twice.
Oh, no.
So
okay.
I'm sticking with that. And she's dropping hearts in the chat. We will move on to G Money.
I can't argue with anything Malin said. We watched the game. We're not happy with the game. I'm angry. Today is my angry day. I was angry at work, angry driving home. I'm not drinking because nobody likes an angry, drunk G Money.
God bless.
Funny at times.
God bless us all. God bless us all.
Yeah.
But
we're all like,
yeah, no. I mean, there's nothing that Seattle showed me in their first game that gives me confidence that they can make this a 3-point or less game, or can even win it outright. So I've got to go with Pittsburgh minus the 3.
And like G Money said, Jalen, it's what Seattle showed us and what Pittsburgh showed us against the Jets. You take what Pittsburgh did against the Jets versus what we did against the Niners. That's why we're making the decision we are.
I just kept coming to a stall thinking, was that just an anomaly? Is that a week 1 Pittsburgh offense anomaly? Like I've got to see them do that again. So,
but can I tell you what's not an anomaly? Is the Seahawks running game. We have some issues running the football.
We did.
That's the only thing that kept the Jets in the game was running the football. It wasn't Justin Fields.
Right.
Justin Fields' run football helped.
Right.
Like, that's what kept the Jets in the game was running the ball. I'm not a believer that the Seahawks can do that against that Pittsburgh defense. I'm not a believer. They got to show it to me. Sam Darnold is not going to outduel Aaron Rodgers in a throwing fest.
Well, stranger things have happened. June.
Well, yes, they have. The Cowboys have won a playoff game at some point.
That's also true.
Stranger things have happened. I apologize. June, that was a low blow. I apologize. You're probably going to pick the Seahawks, and I feel bad now.
I was never going to pick the Seahawks in this game.
Unlike G-Money, I have been drinking.
I don't care if I don't care if Pittsburgh would have lost 34-0 against the Jets week 1. I don't like West Coast teams traveling east. Even though last week the Raiders did it and they fucking won. But
you don't have to bring that.
I don't. Sorry, I just but I don't like the traveling. And I just think that Pittsburgh's the better team in this situation. And you named all the reasons why I would pick Pittsburgh anyway in this situation because of what happened in week 1 and because, again, the history of West Coast teams traveling east. Give me Pittsburgh to win and cover the 3 points.
June, do you want to hear one crazy stat about the Seahawks under Pete Carroll?
Okay.
Seahawks actually had a 66% winning percentage traveling to the coast playing a 1 p.m. game. Pete Carroll was the anomaly when it came going West Coast to East Coast. They had a 66% winning percentage when they played 1 p.m. on the East Coast. It was wild. And I'd never seen it before.
That's
They just
crazy.
always found a way to fucking win. And now we got Mike McDonald trying to outlift people in bench press and can't run for shit. And our defense is just fucking whatever it is right now. Let's go.
All right, last two games here. Let's pick up the pace here as we bring this thing
Okay,
down.
sorry.
Yeah, we
4:30 on Sunday. We got the Super Bowl rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs in Kansas City. Eagles are 1-point favorites at home. I will be going first on this one. Listen, as much as I cannot stand the Philadelphia Eagles, as much as I think that they are degenerates and they are at the absolute worst fan base on planet Earth, and how if there's any team I want to see go 1-16 at this point, it'd be the Eagles. I think they're going to win this game in Kansas City, and I'm going to hate it. I'm going to hate every last second of it. Nothing would make me happier than to see the Chiefs win this, and Travis Kelce gets to walk off the field one day closer to his marriage and get his first win of the season. And Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and everybody will shut up about the Chiefs being washed. But I think the Chiefs hurt. We're just seeing step one of that, and I have a feeling they're going to be 0-2, which is odd to say, and the Chiefs' dysfunction is really about to start here, and the conversations are going to begin, and it's going to be all in vain in the end. But yeah, I think the Eagles are going to go to Kansas City and win this game, and I don't think it's going to be too close, to be honest. I think they're going to win by probably about at least a touchdown. So yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. So, G-Money.
Well, you know, Patrick Mahomes, since he became quarterback of the Chiefs back in 2018, he lost a game in September, and he hasn't lost very many games. He's won the following game. So, you know, and they've covered. And, you know, so what do? You just don't bet against Mahomes, do you? Not on the follow-up game after they've lost. And so, you know, I'm taking Philly because I think this is going to be the first time they lose back-to-back games in September with Patrick Mahomes as their starting quarterback.
Damn it, G-Money. I was hoping you were going to disagree with me. All right. Go ahead, June.
Yeah, I'm not picking Philadelphia. They can kiss my ass. I picked them last week against my own team. I picked them last week against my own team, and they even get close to covering the spread. Now, at one point in that game, was that game out of hand? The Eagles' defense, the Eagles' secondary is trash, and Dak picked them apart. And if CD would have caught one of those 4 drops, Dallas wins the game. Patrick Mahomes is going to will his team to victory. And Jalen, you said it won't even be close. Yeah, it won't be close. It'd be Kansas City by a touchdown. Give me Kansas City.
I'm going to stop you from keeping. No, I'm going to stop you from keep embarrassing yourself. Because you act like now CD Lamb is not a top 10 no, he's top 10. He's not a top 5 wide receiver in the league. But who did the Chiefs have? Who do the Chiefs have a wide receiver right now? Worthy ain't playing.
Hassan Rice look pretty good.
He's out.
He's suspended.
He's suspended.
Yeah.
They don't got no goddamn wide receivers, man. They got no wide receivers. They got Kelce and Pacheco that out for 28 yards last week. So let me help you before you embarrass us. I'm going to give you one chance to change your mind.
I'm not changing my mind.
I'm just saying, this is the difference between being 3-2 and 1-4. I'm just saying.
Right?
Clown. Okay.
He clowned you. He called you a clown.
Call me a clown, even though I was the only one last week with a winning record. That's fine. Mr. One. That's so, I mean, Hurts was not unstoppable last week. He had a total of 210 yards between passing and running and 2 total touchdowns. The one weird spot in the Philly game last week was Saquon Barkley didn't go off.
Yeah.
Like the running game didn't happen for Philly last week. Now Mahomes was pretty great. He was pretty great against the Chargers. I mean, he was 24 for 39, 258 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 runs, 57 yards, 9.5 yards and average a carry, 1 touchdown, in one bitch move where he slowed up acting like he was going out of bounds, and the defender slowed up, and he decided to truck him. That was a bitch move. The only thing that's going to equal is that the defender is going to end up laying his ass out when he's running to the sideline at some point, and they'll take the penalty. Because that was a bitch move on Mahomes. He laid up like he was going to run out. The defender held up because he didn't want to hit him, and then Mahomes sped up and trucked the defender. The next time a defender is in that situation, they're going to truck his ass. You know that's going to happen. So what it really comes down to is Mahomes going to be, my fucking God, my cat just destroyed Earth over here. That was, so what's going to happen is Mahomes going to be otherworldly against a team that just whooped his ass last year in the Super Bowl, like he was against the Chargers, and still lost the spread, even though he had a great game? Or is Saquon Barkley going to get held to what did he have? 46 yards or something like that, or 50 yards? I would bet one of them going off is going to be Saquon. Hurts is going to be Hurts. Mahomes is going to be Holmes. But what offense does he have? Kelsey's engaged, man. He don't give a shit. Pacheco didn't do anything against the Charger defensive line.
Move it along, buddy.
No, hold on. Jalen Carter is not going to spit on Patrick Mahomes and going to be out the entire game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So the Philly is going to win this game. It doesn't even matter what the score is. It's -1, +1.
Yeah.
Philly's going to win it. KC is going to be 0-2. That's just what it's going to be.
That's your opinion, and I don't respect it.
I mean, I don't respect your 1-4 last week.
Shut up,
All
Clown.
right. Last game.
June, I love you so much.
Let's rapid fire this one. Monday night.
Okay, rapid. Okay.
Double feature here. We've got the Bucks at the Texans. Also, the Chargers and the Texans, Chargers and the Ravens are playing later. But Houston is 2.5-point favorites at home here. G Money, we will start with you.
I like Houston. The defense is better. I think. I just think they're better. They're a better team overall. I mean, look, they held the Rams to 14 points. Tampa played Atlanta, and because Atlanta's kicker is obviously vision impaired, he couldn't make field goals when he had to. Otherwise, Tampa would have lost that game.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sometimes they say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Well, Tampa was lucky because they weren't good. And Michael Penix Jr. threw for almost 300 yards. Matthew Stafford, with his freaking broken back, is going to throw for 350 yards on them. Their defense did not look good at all. And I do believe that they will be able to run better on them than what Atlanta did on Tampa. So give me Houston minus the 2.5.
I'm gonna go flip side. I'm gonna take the Bucks on the road here. If you're gonna give me 2.5 points, I really liked what I saw from Baker Mayfield last week, and if he can keep this up, which I think he will, I really think the Bucks are big sleepers in the NFC this year. Not gonna say that the Bucks will win this game. I think this is gonna be a great game, by the way, like one of the best games of this weekend. Yeah, I like this to be a very close game, nail biter, for the Bucks to be just right there, win or lose. So give me the Bucks plus 2.5 here. June, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks also. I just think I didn't like Houston the way they played. And I know the Rams defense is really good, but I think they're missing that big play guy with Houston. And I think the Bucks, there was a rivalry game. That was a rivalry game. I don't take no stock in rivalry games because it could be either way. So it's hard to really gauge two teams in a rivalry. So uh, give me the Bucks to win this game.
Malin.
Because I have a question for you guys. Like, who's better, Rams or Bucks?
Rams. At this point in time, I say Rams.
Okay, so the Rams just beat the Texans, right?
No, here we go.
Right.
Hey, I'm just saying. I asked you who was better. Who's the better opponent? And the Texans defense held the Rams to a pretty low margin of points. I don't think that the Bucks offense is that much greater. In fact, I think they're less. Baker Mayfield threw for 167 yards against the Saints. He threw a couple crazy ass touchdowns at the end of the game to go to Ibuka, the rookie. I get that. But like the Bucks offense wasn't lighting it up. They weren't. Yeah, against Falcons. So like I just look at, if we're saying that the Rams are better, why are we all of a sudden picking, like I don't know. I'm looking at it. Baker, 167 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. I get it, but 2 of them was to a rookie. Now they got tape on him. It was a rough outing for Stroud. I think the Rams' defense is better than Tampa's defense. I don't like the matchup with Houston. I think Tampa is going to cover the plus 2.5. I'm going to take Tampa on this one. I don't know. Given what Houston did against the Rams offense, I think they can slow down the Bucks offense enough to win this game.
So you
cover
are.
the 2.5.
Oh, okay. You're taking Houston to cover 2.5.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. Last but not least, our locks for the week. This is one custom pick that each one of us are going to set for you guys at home to put your money on. Last week, if I do recall correctly, none of our locks hit. So this week we're going to retool.
I had one of my 4 hit, remember?
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe we shouldn't be that goddamn crazy with the locks.
I'm going one this week. I got one lock this week.
Okay.
We call it a lock for a reason.
So, G Money, let's start with you. What is your lock for this week?
It is indeed the LA Rams at Tennessee, taking the Rams minus 5.5. Quite frankly, I know that when I took the Broncos at minus 8.5, if Bo Nix hadn't have on his own tried to lose that game, they would have covered that easily. I mean, they won by 8, but they needed to win by 9 or 10, and they would have, because Tennessee isn't that good, not yet, and their defense isn't that good either. You look at it. I mean, if Denver can run for 150 yards on them. And Bo Nix and all his ability to turn the ball over can still throw for 176 yards. Matthew Stafford and Kyrie Williams have a fucking field day. So it is indeed the Rams to cover the 5.5 against Tennessee.
All right. For mine, now I did not I did pick mine in a way. But Bridget was the one who made the final say on this.
God damn. Why is Bridget on this show? She's making all your picks.
I'm trying, but she is rejecting the invitation to come on the show.
Bridget, if you don't get your ass in this camera right now and to make this pick for Jalen, that's shit. Are you gonna hate me? You're doing all the work for him.
Okay, she took your invitation. So I was looking specifically at tomorrow's night's game of the Packers and the Commanders. Now, honey, who are we taking at the lock here?
Hold on. I don't remember. Jordan, someone.
She wrote it down and then.
I was like, we had her for a second, we lost her.
Hello, everyone. Jordan Love over 234.5 passing yards tomorrow night.
Oh, awesome.
There you go.
There you go, yeah.
I like that
Bridget,
one.
thank you for joining the show.
I have to go back to the productions assistant's chair over there.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Book it.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Go ahead, Malin.
She was there, left, and came back, and then left again. That was awesome. Listen, Jalen, you're gonna like this lock. My lock is the Pats +1 over Miami.
Okay.
I got +1 over Miami, and this is why. Miami allowed Vanilla Vic to allow ESPN and FS1 to talk about Vanilla Vic being back, and that it was a Giants problem is why he wasn't being great, because he was 22 of 29, 270 yards, 1 touchdowns, ran for 2 touchdowns. And he scored on all 7 drives. Okay. That's Miami's defense for you. Drake May is going to do pretty well against that defense. And I think the Patriots defense is going to be just fine considering Tua was 14 of 23 for 114 yards, touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So I think the Patriots are going to win outright in this game. I don't give a shit if it's in Miami. I like the Patriots with a +1 on this. I think Miami's dog shit. McDaniels is going to start pulling them goddamn sweatpants down to the ankles a little bit. He's going to start feeling that heat. He needs to start talking less about his Jordans and more about football because Miami's in trouble. Patriots +1. That's my lock.
That's what I'm talking. These are some locks. We've got some locks this week. June, bring us home.
All right. Hey, my lock of the week. Let's take it to Las Vegas, baby.
Okay.
Let's go Chargers versus Raiders. Man, I like the way the Chargers looked on Friday. I like the Chargers, boy. And you know what? That 3.5, I'm really surprised that Vegas didn't make that like 6.5. And I think the only reason why they didn't make it 6.5 because they went to New England and actually won. That's the only reason. Ain't no way in the hell the Raiders are playing that well 2 weeks in a row. Ain't no way. I'm taking the Chargers and the 3.5. That's easy money all day long. Give me the Chargers -3.5. Vegas has lost their mind. Put 100 on it. Put a stack on it.
June. Give me that Chris Berman Raiders again. Give me that Chris Berman Raiders again. Say it.
Raiders.
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 I love it.
All right. I'd like all of our locks there. We simplified. We came back down to earth. And we decided to streamline all these picks here. So, okay.
Hey, you know what? Hey, for fuck's sake, I will say that I did not think originally that my Bengals minus 5.5 was that bad of a pick as a lock against the Browns. That really pissed me off.
No, that did too. I bet that. No, Jalen, I had money on that. MGM. I put money on that.
That really made me mad. You want to know something else, Jalen, about putting money down? Remember how I said in the show that I wanted to put money down on Nestor's lock that he had, that little 2-thing parlay? For some reason,
that was a terrible pick.
And G Money knows about this. For some reason, Hard Rock kept declining me trying to add money to my account to make the bets. I wasn't able to make any bets on Hard Rock last week. I was trying to add the money. It was the first week of the year, and it kept declining. And I'm like, bitch, I know I got the funds. Like, I don't know why we're doing this. But Hard Rock would not let me deposit money last week. And so I think it's Nestor's fault. I think my banking, like, hey, man, you're trying to follow Nestor. That's a bad idea. So we're going to go ahead and block it.
Terrible idea.
Because it already let me add funds for this week. But last week, I tried like 6 times. It wouldn't let me add the funds. It kept throwing an error up there. So yeah, even Hard Rock was like, stay away from Nestor's dumbass with the shit that he's trying to do. Trying to help keep you money.
You're not going to win. We're going to save you this week. And next week you can bet.
I gave Nestor fair warning. I asked him for his picks. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. All right, folks.
Gentlemen, this was a good episode.
Yes, it was.
We started late, but it's only 11:45. David was great. We had some good picks, had some good dialogue. We had the production assistant on the show for about 5.5 seconds.
Yep.
It was great. You don't talk about her. She was great.
I didn't say nothing bad about her. I just said she was only on the show for 5.5 seconds, Jim. Shut up.
No, we heard it. We heard the inflection in your voice.
No inflection. hear that inflection. You hear the inflection of my voice with that?
We will talk to you all next week, where we will have Nestor back on when the Dolphins are 0-2. And hey, we'll see you all next week. Have a good one.
Peace out, guys.